In this new video, I'll update the best Prebuilt gaming PCs that you can buy right now for under $800 on the month of March 2022. Now keep in mind that there are some new PCs on this market, and that's why I make this video, and I update this video every single month. And if you have a budget above $800, you have in the description a lot of gaming PCs for different type of budgets that I also update every month, as well with these gaming PCs that I'm about to mention. And of course, at the beginning of every month I make a video about the top 5 gaming PCs for the month, so if you wanna see that video, you will have it in the top right of the screen. Without more to say, let's start with the list. With the first one, we have one that I don't actually recommend that much, and I'll explain why in a second. This one is the only gaming PC for under $800 that I would actually buy from Amazon, because every single gaming PC that it's under $800 from this website, it's actually extremely overpriced for their components. And this one is an upgradable gaming PC because it has a Ryzen 5 5600G, and it's for you to put a graphics card in the future. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically this gaming PC for 1080p is not going to be really good, but this PC is mainly for you to put a graphics card in the future to boost the gaming performance. So if you're looking for a gaming PC that's upgradable, this one is actually pretty good for the price, but I would actually recommend you building your own PC if this is your budget and you want an upgradable PC with integrated graphics. I have plenty of videos around this budget for PC builds, don't worry, and building a PC is actually not that hard. But if you don't want to build it by yourself, you don't want to have someone to build it for you anyway, I think this one is the best one for the price if you want something that's upgradable down the line and also doesn't suck for gaming. It's not going to be the best performance, but you're going to achieve 60 frames per second in games like Fortnite, Valorant and CSGO. And also games like GTA 5 if you lower the graphics settings. So if you will buy this PC, keep in mind that you need a graphics card in the future, and you also need to upgrade the RAM, because 8 gigs of RAM is not enough for gaming nowadays. 16 gigs of RAM is the standard, so keep that in mind. Upgrade your RAM and the GPU in the future. With the next one, we have one from HP. This one is the HP 15L. It wasn't in stock the last couple of weeks, but they are now back on the market. I think this one is one of the best PCs in terms of price performance. For just $700, you get the Ryzen 5 5600G, just like the last one. Here you get a dedicated graphics card, the GTX 1660 Super, which is being sold at around $400. So they are building a whole gaming PC for $300. You also get 8 gigs of RAM on dual channel, 2 6 or 4 gigs. This is better than single channel, but you will still need to upgrade the RAM and also the storage because it only has 256 gigs of SSD. Now this is really easy to do from the website. You just click on customize and buy and swap the RAM to 16 gigs, and the total price will be just $800 and you get 16 gigs of RAM. So a way better gaming desktop than the last one for gaming right now, but it's not really upgradable. So if you want a PC that's upgradable down the line, the last one is going to be better. But if you want something that has way better performance for right now at 1080p, this one is going to be definitely your best option. It will allow you basically to play every single game at 1080p 60 FPS on average, and for competitive games it's capable of running 240 frames per second if you lower these settings, which is what you're supposed to do on these esports titles that I've mentioned before, like Valorant and CSGO. But also if you're planning on playing games like Red Dead Redemption 2, this one is actually going to be capable of 60 FPS on medium to high settings, which is awesome for the price that you're paying. But once again, keep in mind that you should upgrade the RAM and the storage. If you can't do it right now, you can do it later on. Now I say that it's not so upgradable, but you can actually upgrade the storage and the RAM. But if you want to upgrade the motherboard, you will need a whole new case. But if you want, then this PC is actually the right one for you. With the next one, for $750, we have one from Skytech. This one is the Blaze 2 gaming desktop. This one has a little bit from the last two gaming desktops. It's upgradable because it has a 600 watts 80 plus gold power supply. It's also a system integrator, and it's way better for gaming than the first PC that I've mentioned, but not as good as the last one, the Big Tooth 15L, and that's why it's on this list. Here you get a good balance between gaming and future upgradability. You get the i3 10105F, a 4-cores 8-threads CPU, 16 gigs of RAM already, so here you don't need to upgrade anything. The airflow is actually pretty decent for the hardware that you're getting, and for the GPU you get the GTX 1650. This is just for 1080p gaming, 60 FPS on average, but you can actually play esports titles at around 120 to 144 FPS on average. So if you want a monitor that's 144 Hz, this one will actually allow it if you lower the settings on a couple of titles. and for games like GTA 5 it will be enough even at high settings, 60 FPS on average. And the best part here is that it's upgradable down the line, so if you want a balance between upgradability and performance right now, I think this one will be your best option on the list at $750. And the best one on the list, in my opinion, it's a Victus 15L once again, and the only difference here is the CPU. Here you get the i5 12400 instead of the Ryzen 5 5600G, so you're getting a way better CPU, and because of that you're getting not only a better gaming performance, but you're actually getting better performance for streaming and video editing, and especially for video editing because you're getting the 12400, not the 12400F. This means that it has integrated graphics as well, and this will help you out with the rendering times. This one is just $800 and it's on sale right now. It used to be $900, and I think it's actually worth the buy if you want something for performance right now and you don't care about upgradability like I said before. But as I said, it's the same as the other PC, just with a different CPU, so you will still need to upgrade the 8 gigs of RAM down the line and the 256 gigs of SSD if you can't afford those upgrades right now. Both of the Victus 15L will actually be the best one for performance right now out of the list, but on both of them you will need to upgrade the RAM. Now on the other hand, the Blaze 2 already has 16 gigs of RAM, it's upgradable and it's actually not that bad for performance right now, but not as good as the 15L. And the first gaming PC that I've mentioned, the AVG PC, is actually upgradable but not really for good performance right now, so I wouldn't buy that one. If I had $700 I would either build my own PC if I want something upgradable, and if I want something that has performance and is upgradable over time, I would actually try and save 50 more bucks to get the Blaze 2 from Skytech. Keep in mind that you will have all the links in the description, so feel free to compare the specifications by yourself. And if you don't understand the difference between a system integrator and an OEM system, I have a whole video talking about it that it's really important for you to watch if you don't know the difference and you're watching this video. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, but most importantly hit the bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of video, and I will see you on the next one.